Bueno.
No. Try it
Buenos
again.
dias.
No, that's better. That's better.
No, you shouldn't say it, period.
Buenos dias.
Can you just say welcome?
Bienvenidos. Vagabond Nerd. Me llamo es Jason McLean con mi amigos Raymond Perez y Sean Walker.
Are we promoting
¿Cómo está?
Hola!
Are we promoting the Latino Comic Con going on right now in downtown Dallas?
Was that happening today?
That's happening today. If
Nice.
you're in downtown, look that up. That is a free event, and they just earned themselves a free plug apparently because I have no connection to them whatsoever. Other
None of
than
us.
being brown.
None of us do.
Yeah.
However, you don't
Wow, I
have to be
didn't-
brown to enter.
No.
You can be of any color.
That's true. That's true.
Open to all ages.
Because it is just a Comic-Con.
Yeah.
Cool.
Excellent.
Yeah. So we need to talk
Interesting.
to them next.
So Jason, I see you've been doing some learning in your spare time there. You got like Rosetta Stone at home now, and you're
No, that is literally all outside of asking where the library is, and for a taco or beer, that is the full extent of
you gotta know El Baño. You gotta know where the bathroom is.
Well, that too.
Okay.
Sorry. No.
Because it's you want
you
you
really
want a
hit
beer.
the full extent of
Gotcha.
my Spanish.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Because you need beer, food, bathroom.
Bathroom, yeah.
Yeah.
In that
Maybe
order.
lodging, casa.
Yeah.
Something, and that's fine.
Okay, so maybe I know a few more.
Okay.
But
good.
I mean, as far as
and
the full
agua,
sentence,
because you're gonna want to rehydrate the next day.
Yes.
Always hydrate.
Yes.
Should always hydrate.
Is that what we're saying?
And bonita, beautiful.
Yes, that's good.
When you're trying
That's
to pick,
good, too.
for the
That's very-
hookup
that's
at the bar that you're clearly at. Anyway, hi there.
Was that a shot at me?
No.
Oh no, I meant Sean. Can I get a shot?
Oh
at me?
yeah, sure. You get a shot. Yeah, no problem. Here, there you go.
Thank you, my good
Drinking at you live at 11 a.m. on Saturday morning.
It's not drinking. It's
Yes, it is.
Yes, it
Oh,
is.
it's drinking. Never mind.
Yes, it is.
It's not alcohol. It's not alcoholism if it's not a problem.
That's true.
It's not
That's true.
alcoholism if you don't want help. I don't
No,
want
that's
help.
not. That's not true. Because you could. I don't know. Who knows?
Anyway,
Let's not. We'll not get into the specifics there.
Can we get into specifics?
No. Well, none of that. But we have other stuff to talk about.
yes, we do. We have Comic-Con. A lot of announcements.
Good morning, Deborah. Sorry.
No, which Deborah?
Answer
Morning,
that one
Deborah.
on. Our Deborah.
Is it our Deborah?
Our Deborah.
Hi, Deborah. How you doing? Did Sean give you that picture?
Yes, of course I did.
Okay.
Focus,
You
McLean.
could ask me. I'm right here.
Well, but now I want her to ask it while we're on mine.
You want her to answer?
Yeah, I want her to answer.
You're so demanding.
I am. Anyway, hi. How you doing? So, Rutger Hauer, unfortunately, has recently passed away, so we thought we'd do a few minutes of that before we got into Comic-Con. I think...
For Tamara, I just want to say Doctor Who. Go ahead, continue.
Okay. So, obviously, Rutger Hauer...
And Deborah says yes, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Just,
Just when we thought we were getting serious for a
Okay.
second.
Thank you,
Okay.
Deborah.
So, Rutger Hauer has passed away, and obviously we're all looking back to that famous scene from Blade Runner, Tears in the Rain.
Well, we are.
Well, we are.
I wouldn't say we all as in the proverbial worldly we, but yeah, sure. What? Because they might be thinking about other stuff. They might be thinking about that special moment in Buffy the Vampire Slayer. when he's-
Vampire?
Yeah, he's got the vampires. Again!
well, that's what you have to
too close
use.
to you.
That's what you have to use
Stop
when
doing
one breaks
this.
down.
Next time, we're switching seats.
Oh, we can't do that.
That's too much
It's
weight
like
on
a
one
weight-
side.
that's too much weight on
Yeah,
No.
no, the whole show would capsize.
Yeah.
We should do that and
We-
tilt the cameras.
We balance.
We should tilt the cameras off angle so the whole show looks like this the next time.
We're always
All right.
off balance.
There's something really wrong with
So
this.
he passed.
He passed.
That
away.
is sad.
He
Let's-
did
let's
pass
get
away.
serious
He
for a
passed away
second.
on the 19th. And I guess a few people have brought up the fact that it's kind of spooky that his character in Blade Runner died in 2019, and yet here he is 2019 and he passed. So
Yeah.
but yeah, it's very sad. He was a great actor. He was a fun
yeah.
guy.
Yeah.
A lot of good movies. My 3 favorites out of his would have been Blade Runner,
Right.
Lady Hawk,
Number.
and The Hitcher.
What did we talk about?
Those are
Okay.
my 3.
Those are our 3
Those
too.
are my 3.
Okay.
Those are like because he's got others. I still like Buffy the Vampire Slayer for how ridiculous it was
Because of all the pliers.
because of all the pliers. And then he was in Batman Begins. He was in Sin City.
Yeah.
There's a movie with is it Ice-T or Ice Cube? It's Ice-T called Surviving the Game.
Yes. Yes, I forgot about that.
He was in that with Gary Busey as well. Was in that one as well.
What was the creature feature he did where he was hunting a serial killer? It turned out to be like a monster.
Oh, Split Second.
Yeah,
that's another. That was
the other one I was going to mention.
That's a super underground favorite bad movie of mine.
Yeah.
Like I love that one because it's not good,
so weird,
but it's good.
Yeah, it is. It's a very bizarre.
It's got that funky gun thing that it's using, which
and
is really just
there's water.
Everywhere
because it's supposed to be the world it's global warming and like the water is risen and everybody's walking through water.
Yeah.
But one of the things that really stands out about that film is they even talk about he only eats coffee or he only eats chocolate and drinks coffee. That's all he.
The entire movie,
and he corrupts this one kid in the police force, and by the end he starts off real straight laced, and then by the end of it he's like. Rutger Hauer, there's a scene where he's like, all right, you've got it. You're almost there. He goes, and he finally, that's where they put everything together. And he hands him a bar of chocolate. He's like, you've earned it, kid.
Yep.
It was just such a great scene.
The
only movie that you haven't mentioned that's a personal favorite of mine, Blind Fury.
Yeah, I never really got into that one.
It is my, outside of,
I happen to think that was one of his low point movies.
There's...
No, don't even.
In his career, look, he was a famously C actor as far as C movies.
That man never stopped working.
But that's the thing. He never quit. You go look up his filmography. He's got so many movies under his belt.
He was the white man Samuel L. Jackson. Is basically what he was. He was in everything.
That's an interesting comparison.
But it's not unwarranted.
He really was in everything.
He was. You're right. He was in everything. Huh.
But it's like he had a weird range. Like he'd play a doctor in a very small romantic thing or in a thriller, but then he'd go and do Lady Hawk.
Oh, he was in Smallville for
he was in Smallville.
He was also in True Blood as well.
True Blood
on HBO.
Grandfather Fairy, I believe.
Okay.
I think it was. I think that's it.
And then he has 5 movies in post-production right now.
Seriously?
Yeah, I spent I couldn't find Split Second because I forgot the name of the film.
Yeah,
that was one I was looking for it.
I'm debating if it's too early to say a joke, but I think it's probably too early to say a joke.
Yes. Anyway.
They're not filming him, are they?
Well, that's the thing. There was one that still said in filming or filming, so he was still filming a movie when
he passed.
The
one thing I will say about the family, which was pretty cool, was he passed, and they did not say anything until after the funeral.
Yeah.
Which was kind of interesting. But when it was announced that he passed, it was already 3 days after.
Yeah. You mentioned that. We talked about that yesterday. Yeah. And I was really surprised because when I heard the same thing, since no one had mentioned anything about it, you told me. I was like, whoa, what? How did this happen? And so, I don't know. Is that... Let me ask you a question. Why are you impressed with that? I'm just curious.
Because in this day and age of the media and Hollywood, everyone wants to make a circus around it, and I really do appreciate that the family kept it very low key until they had their time. Because I think you should have that time to grieve and mourn those who.
I believe the same. I believe the same thing. I was just curious to know what you thought about that. But yeah, I agree. It is nice to have the touching moment and
hobo with a shotgun.
Hobo with a shotgun. Yeah,
and
that's
there's
right.
a transition for you. Anyway, Rutger Hauer.
Well, I don't know how you do your funerals, but that's how we do ours.
Hobos with shotguns?
It's the same, man.
Man, that sounds like a great funeral.
Yeah,
anyway.
you visit the 7-Eleven downstairs, find your fair share of them.
Nothing like helping to prevent robbery while you're coming in for the day.
Yeah.
Don't make it sound like we're Spider-Man, please. That was literally.
Well, you weren't.
Yeah. Oh no, I was just getting my Coke.
That's what he was doing.
Good grief.
He was doing that too. Anyways, Rutger Hauer, we will miss you.
Thank you for all the movies and all the entertainment, man.
Yes.
Appreciate it, buddy.
Yes.
And now, moving on as we must.
What are we doing today? What is our main topic of discussion for today?
Well, I think we were just basically from what you had said, just throw out all the different things that got released at Comic-Con. And give our opinions about it.
Oh, 1 million.
You're not letting me talk about DuckTales, so what else is there to talk about?
He was no, you knew he was going to throw it in there somehow.
He's got
to.
You know, just stupid. I'm not calling you stupid. I'm calling you stupid.
I thought you were calling DuckTales stupid. I was like, you're going to upset a lot of people.
No, I love DuckTales.
Okay.
I just don't understand this man's hard-on for DuckTales.
It is an interesting thing that what they're doing. They are building.
So anyway, Comic-Con happened last weekend.
See, he was interested. I think
he really wasn't. He was just waiting to see what I was going to do to shut you up.
Pretty much.
But so Comic-Con happened last weekend.
Voluntarily.
We had a lot of
San Diego Comic-Con.
Yeah.
Yep.
The Comic-Con.
The Comic-Con.
Yeah.
A lot of, once again, Marvel took a year off, came back and said, hey, we're going to drop a little bit of news for you guys, and then just completely controlled Hall H, as they normally
As you do.
Like you do.
Like you do.
Like you do.
So I'm guessing DC was like, glad we dodged that bullet, because they were not going to top it.
DC make any kind of real showing or presence?
Their CWDC shows did.
Okay.
And I got to be honest, that was probably one of my highlights for it. We had a lot.
Was the CW stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's talk about that, right? So you've got Arrow ending the season, and there are a ton of trailers you guys can go find either on our Facebook, online on YouTube, whatever. But the Flash trailer is still one that, doggone, man, that's still their best show. I mean, by far for me.
Yeah, Flash has the right balance of humor and serious and drama and everything together. It does.
I will say that the cast, I think, has gotten too big, and it showed this last season.
Yeah.
But I think they're trying to fix that this next season. And
yeah, they were adding a person like every other episode.
Yeah.
And every season it seems like there's a new person who's now part of the Speed Force.
I'll tell you what, though. What I did like, though, is the fact that trailer, which is hopefully, it is playing behind us right now. Mm-hmm. It's being told from a villain's standpoint and the new villain, and it's not a speedster. Thank God.
Finally.
You know, you don't have a speedster, but you are leading into Crisis.
Right.
This year, which Arrow, of course, is ending, and it's a shortened season. It's only 8 episodes.
Yep.
And it's supposed to play a huge role in it.
Well, so slight spoiler alert, right? Like everything from the last crossover event for the CW is led to a deal with the Monitor, and now Arrow, for this last 8 episodes, they're basically, from what I understand, they're going to be jumping through the multiverse with Oliver and the Monitor, all leading into Crisis. And they did an interview with Grant Gustin, and he was saying that, hey, so what's going to happen is, he goes, we're going to have every show should really have two seasons here, even though it's just going to be one season. But basically, it's going to be pre-Crisis, which if you're a nerd, you love that terminology. He goes, and then when we get done, it's going to be post-Crisis. So obviously, if that's telling in any form, right, you could be looking at a different series completely for everyone that's involved.
Interesting.
Yeah, which if they could pull off, would be brilliant, because they've already shown that they're open to that with when they did the Flashpoint, right? Because they had already shown in the time traveling one, Legends of Tomorrow, that it was that Diggle's son became the Green Arrow, but then they went back and retcon, and then because of Flashpoint, it became a daughter, and they addressed that in the show, saying, "No, you changed time, and you've changed these things." So the fact that if they're willing to do that allows them to reset a lot of things.
Yeah,
particularly. Okay, so Legends of Tomorrow, I've been conflicted on for like the last 2 seasons, because it's like they sort of said it started off very serious and a really good show, but then it's like once they got rid of Rip Hunter, they just sort of said, "Screw it, we're just gonna riff on popular culture."
It was a lot more tongue in cheek when Hunter was gone for a little while.
Yeah,
so
and so it's like I would like, which is both good and bad.
But it works for that show.
And it works for the show.
Yeah, because it's hard to believe. It's hard to take that too seriously, and it's nice that it has that tongue-in-cheek atmosphere.
Which is true, but it also feels like it was a show in search of a plot. And I think
it was trying to find itself.
Right.
Yeah,
and
it was trying to find who it was.
So I think I really hope that Crisis allows them to recenter it a little bit, because they have a great send-off for the season ending this time. And I think they could. I think it's a good chance to, if they do the Crisis thing properly, they could recenter the show. Then you still keep that tongue-in-cheek feel, right? But also allow it to be slightly more serious when it needs to be. Get some people back in some freaking costumes. I like for the Atom to actually be the Atom instead of.
Thank you for saying that. The biggest announcement on the Crisis. Yeah, thank you. Bridge. So what they're talking about is Brandon Routh, right, who plays the Atom, who has played Superman before.
In Superman Returns.
In Superman Returns.
Which was underrated.
It was. Is going to be playing Superman again in the Crisis. So everyone immediately thought, "Oh my gosh, he's playing Superman from Superman Returns."
Right.
He's not. He's playing Kingdom Come Superman, which is an awesome read if no one's read it.
Yeah. Oh, and art style. Phenomenal.
Incredible.
Yeah.
But I love how they introduced it. He comes out on stage, undoes his shirt, and it's the Kingdom Come S. And basically you start going into this long spiel about, this is the Superman I'm going to be playing. So I love that fact because one, he was underrated as Superman.
He was.
Writing could have been better on the movie.
Could have been better.
You know,
could have been better.
But he played the part well.
Oh, yeah. So he was a great Superman. And the thing is that I love what they're setting up with this because they'd even mentioned Supergirl the first time they did that big crossover. Supergirl actually looked at Brandon Routh and said, "He really looks like my cousin."
Yeah,
as a bit of a nod before they actually introduced Supergirl's Superman. But the thing that I love that they're doing is they're getting they've got Burt Ward. He's coming back. They've got Linda Carter, and they have confirmed her as Wonder Woman, not just the president, right? Because Linda Carter plays the president in
Who's Linda Carter?
I know Linda.
My Texan is.
I know Linda. Is it just spreading? Because mine's getting better.
It's your fault.
It's your fault.
No, it's always your fault.
My speech is getting better. Y'all's is just not.
And I haven't even had a.
So what you're saying is, we are your bad speech sponges. We are taking it away from you.
I haven't even had a drink yet, and I'm still.
Yeah, you're not going to either. Now just to irritate you, Linda Carter.
Linda Carter. So
Linda Carter.
She was the president before this latest season. But she's supposed to be coming back as Wonder Woman, is my understanding.
I don't know. If you're saying that, that's a first for me. I know she's coming back as the president, which is who she is on.
Well, they have a new president, but I mean, it could still be the same. I've heard that they were talking about her coming back as Wonder Woman, not just.
There are a lot of rumors going on, and again, it's the multiverse. You can do whatever you darn well please with it, and bring in whoever.
They already established that with this last crossover when they had. The original Flash from the 90s
John Wish's
show up as the Flash and actually say, no, I'm Barry Allen, right? I mean, they did all that, so they've got themselves set up.
And Diggle was John Stewart.
It was actually John Stewart. Yeah, and they've confirmed that in Arrow now that he is John Stewart.
Yeah.
A comedian?
No. They've not confirmed that.
Yeah, they did Stewart. Because they what they did in Arrow they had the story arc with his father, or his stepfather. His
You're right.
Yeah.
My apologies.
I'm gonna have to lean on him on this because I know he's got more free time on his hands to do all this. So.
Wow. Oh my gosh, that's such an inside.
Hey, he's doing what he wants to do. Congratulations! I told him congrats, man.
Hey, take off your shirt. Bruce said this wasn't the type of flashing he was tuning in for.
Oh, well, if you
no.
You said the wrong words, Bruce.
No.
Because I won't do it, but Jason, he will.
Jason, amongst all of us, he does not need to be stripping.
He has no shame.
Drop of a dime.
He has no shame.
Or nickel or penny.
Well, it's not a penny.
That's what cheap strippers do.
Yeah.
I
mean,
it's called making it hail.
Look, and we've
well done. I like that.
If Linda Carter and I know Matthew right now is telling us thing. He goes, hey, he heard the same thing. If she's coming back as Wonder Woman, that's. Like all of this, I'm loving this, and because you're also going to have 5 shows to do this across.
Yeah, because everyone's involved.
Yeah, and basically that's the last show for.
Yeah.
However, Crisis ends is how Arrow ends.
Yes.
Yeah. So we've already kind of gotten the Arrow version of its happy ending. At the end of the season, that's what I'm saying. Kind of.
Don't ruin it.
I'm not. That's why I was just going to leave it there. So that leaves them free to do pretty much whatever they want for this season. So I'm really looking forward. And the thing that everyone's focused on the Kingdom Come Superman. I want to know, is Burt Ward playing Robin?
Well, if you've got Linda Carter coming back as that,
yeah,
I mean,
I think that would be amazing.
You could absolutely sit there and say crime just got too much for us. Blah blah blah. Bruce died. You can actually.
Yeah, he's an old man. I mean, he is legitimately an old man. He could be.
Absolutely.
You could have there'd be a great scene with him in the Batcave. You would make it more batty, more realistic, I guess. But you could have that scene that you get from Batman Beyond, where you have that Arrow emulated, where you have all the costumes, sitting there. It would be awesome. If that's how they go. Of course, it may end up that Linda Carter is not going to play Wonder Woman. She's just reprising her role from Supergirl, and that maybe Burt Ward's going to play a different character. But if CW has the guts, and thus far they seem to have done it, go for it. I say go full Bonnie.
Dave, stop trying to strip on this show.
I will
it's
not.
Never going to be this show. All
right, so who else made a showing at SDCC besides DC?
Besides DC. Okay.
Marvel, right?
Well, yeah, but that could take up the rest of the show.
Well,
all of that to sit there and say is DC right now is killing it. Batwoman on TV.
On TV.
Batwoman. The first official trailer actually looks really decent. Did they released?
Did they do any more trailers for Joker or anything coming out?
No.
Because they didn't do Suicide Squad. They didn't do anything, right?
No. Warner Brothers proper or Warner Brothers movie division did not make any showings.
They didn't make any showings with the DC content. Okay.
No, originally they even talked about showing Wonder Woman 1984, but they didn't.
Last thing being, though, is that Supergirl's new outfit as well.
Yeah, that's actually an improvement.
Very much so. Took away the skirt, gave her more of the Superman-esque suit.
Yeah.
But doggone, she pulls that off really well.
Good.
I mean, very well.
Looks good.
I'm loving it.
Cool.
So, yeah, I'm loving it. No.
All right, before we get into Marvel, can we talk about Top Gun?
Top Gun 2?
Yes.
Top Gun 2.
Maverick.
Oh, my gosh. Is there anything that Tom Cruise is unable to do? Because I swear that looks like he's flying.
I know.
It really does.
It does.
It really does. Although, I mean, he could just be in the back seat of somebody's flying in the front.
He was flying the helicopter for Mission Impossible.
Well, because he has a pilot's license for a couple of aircrafts, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, and he does notoriously do a lot of his own stunts.
I'm fairly certain that they're not going to give him an F-15 or an F-18 Super Hornet.
Sure.
He's too short.
Are you sure?
There's a height regulation for pilots.
I think
you have to have.
No. I mean, you have to have a certain height to fly them. You have to fit in between a certain range. I don't know if he fits that range or not.
I just can't imagine handing Tom Cruise a multi-million-dollar
why not
attack craft.
But why not? He is a multi-millionaire, I'm sure, at this point.
I think he's covered, and I'm pretty sure that the studio
There's
could
an insurance policy.
Well, yeah.
Did you just destroy a $30 million aircraft?
And not to mention, they might be working on. I mean, the government might already have other aircrafts they're trying to replace these with. So maybe these are just throwaways, or maybe it's somebody's. I mean, who knows? Throwaway F-22s.
They don't have dollar store F-22s.
They don't have,
Not yet.
They probably don't have the discount bin where you can.
Yeah, that's called the J-20.
It's the Chinese version.
What they
do, they put the order in. They waited like 6 months.
There you go.
Gotcha. It comes out with the Superman name and an Iron Man packaging.
Exactly. So it's the great value model.
Exactly. Well, that's what I'm saying. It's called the J-20. It's the Chingu. It's the Chinese version. It actually looks sweet. Yeah. I like that one. Anyway, yes, Maverick looks amazing.
It does. It looks. I was really surprised when I saw it. I was like, okay, that actually kind of looks cool. Yeah,
because I kind of had a feeling they were going one way with it, and then I saw the trailer. I'm like, well, there's only one way you can go with this, and then they dropped the trailer, and it's like, no, this is a very different movie from what I was anticipating.
Airplanes fly more than one way, man.
Are you sure?
Yeah, pretty sure. They can
turn around.
Turn around. They can flip. According to Tom Cruise.
Well, they can bank.
Yeah. Can they?
Yeah, all kinds of cash.
Yeah, bank on it.
That's what Tom Cruise is doing for this movie.
Yeah, apparently.
He's banking on it.
We
are taking a whole new level of stupid this morning.
What's the name of the guy they got to who's like the admiral who's still talking to him, who's basically narrating the entire intro?
Right.
Ed Burns?
No,
it's not Ed Burns.
Ed Harris.
Ed Harris.
Thank you.
And I'm glad they got him to do this.
Yeah.
Because it makes I'm interested to see who else they bring back besides just the two of them. But
Kilmer
they confirmed Kilmer.
Oh, Kilmer is going to show up. Okay,
they confirmed Kilmer.
Cool.
But I like the idea that they flat said like you're the only person.
And that's what. They
last 30 years to knock down these planes. He's like, you should be a 2-star admiral, but you're a captain.
Yeah, and he's just like.
And I like the idea. They're sort of saying that what's clearly hinted at is we're eventually going to be phasing out.
Yeah, like you're gone.
Yeah,
like you're the dinosaur at this point.
Yeah, we have these.
Well, more
predators.
importantly, pilots are. That's kind of what they're going into.
That's what I'm saying. Is like, and he's too old. They're hinting at his age and everything. It's the dude. You can't keep doing this anymore. Yeah. So you've pigeonholed yourself. You're just gonna have to retire on a captain's salary.
Yeah. And I love that last scene. I actually went frame by frame on my laptop instead of on my phone because I really want.
Because you have that time.
Yeah, it is the F-14, the Tomcat.
Yeah,
from the original film. I don't know if it's the same. It's supposed to be the same one.
Yeah,
but it's which is personally my favorite aircraft outside of the SR-71.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I like that. That's
I'm
nice.
just saying, I love it. I mean, it's great.
So, next favorite trailer from there, which caught me off guard, was the Watchmen series from HBO.
Oh,
yeah,
so I've been
really interesting.
Been seeing previews for that. I've been watching Game of Thrones, and I was like, I can't wait to see this. You know,
I was unsure. I was like, where do you really go with this? They've already said it was going to be a sequel. Mm-hmm. Alan Moore being Alan Moore, of course, condemning everything that is. Well, anything
that's not his source material that he wrote way back when. Which again, read it, loved it. It's a good. I enjoyed the comic itself too. You know, but come on, man.
Even the sequel that DC put out, the After Watchmen, was actually really good. But you had good writers.
Yeah, and the prequels were good too. Yeah. But again, Alan Moore's Alan Moore, and I think that's all we want to. Yes, he's very much Alan Moore, and I think that's all we want to touch on with that beard. But. The show, the thing that really strikes me...
Really quick, Bruce goes, with September 20th coming, we need all the pilots they can get. Do not storm Area 51. Going back to Watchmen, however...
I think my favorite meme for that one is the Cinderella godmother, where she's doing bibbidi bobbidi boo, and she taps her wand, and she goes, bibbidi bobbidi, and you just hear a giant explosion from like a modem.
So anyway,
whatever.
Watchmen looks really good.
Anyway,
right?
The thing I like about that is
good.
that it looks like it's a much smaller story. Like it's still dealing with it, but it's like it's in Oklahoma, isn't it?
I don't know where it is.
Couldn't tell you.
I couldn't pay.
It's supposed to be like it's not in
because I haven't seen the latest trailer. I've just seen the teasers leading up to it at this point.
Yeah. So SDC they put out a whole brand new 3-minute trailer for it, and it
is amazing.
It is. I didn't know what to think about it. I was kind of like, do you really want to go? But I could absolutely seen Snyder's movie and then watching this right after. It's that good. They got President Robert Redford, and Robert Redford's coming out of retirement, which I didn't even know he was retired.
Yeah,
he retires every other year or so to kind of.
But he's going to play the president.
Okay. Cool.
So this whole thing, I didn't know how they were going to do. Were they going to touch on Dr. Manhattan? They do.
A lot.
Were they going to touch on the heroes?
There's a
lot of touching.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, look at that man. He's a fine specimen.
Why wouldn't you?
I would. Yeah.
Not the same actors by any means.
I don't know.
Well,
I don't know for Dr. Manhattan.
Yeah, they haven't said.
They haven't really talked about it.
There is a scene that they address Dr. Manhattan, and they say he lives on Mars, and there's. It looks like it may even just be footage from the movie. We don't know.
Yeah.
But there is a scene that really indicates that may not be the case. So again, we don't know if it's the original actor or not.
Yeah.
But Vet is being played by Jeremy Irons because he's playing the older version of himself or of the Vet character. Again, how they're handling Rorschach is really interesting because it's not Rorschach. It's the cult of Rorschach.
Yeah. Well.
Obviously.
Yeah,
he got turned into Jello at the end of the movie.
That was more of a mist, but sure, whatever.
It's kind of like Marvel Snap kind of thing. No, actually, it was.
No, that was
gooey.
that was a lot messier.
Yeah, it was way more gooey.
That was more like Men in Black.
Yes. Yeah. Perfect example.
There you go.
Perfect example. There you go. Gelatinous.
Well, again, which brings us back to Jello.
How did he die? Jello.
Yeah.
But it looks good, man. I can't. I'm looking forward to seeing that, and that was one of those.
The owl ship does make an appearance.
Cool.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. Well, and it could be a lot more. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. Like I said, it looks interesting.
So looking forward to that. Yeah. That's good.
All right. Let's see what else came out. This one didn't come out at Comic-Con, but it came out a couple days later. But Zombieland 2.
Yeah.
That Double Tap finally dropped.
That one caught me by surprise. Was not expecting that at all.
As far as a sequel to it? Or?
I just wasn't expecting a sequel. Look, I don't follow whether or not Zombieland is having a sequel or follow-up. It never occurred to me that it was
I'm so glad you're not on an entertainment podcast for that.
Why would I?
Oh, my God.
I like to be surprised. And hey, guess what? Achieved my goal. I was really surprised to see that and happy as well.
And haven't we already discussed that's his role? He's the everyman. He's not the nerd like us.
Yeah, I'm the window.
Our job is to be...
I'm the window into this nerddom here.
You're what we lick.
I'm the bridge.
You're the bridge.
I'm the bridge.
Cross it.
I'm a little bit of a loopy bridge.
So what? So then, what did you
especially
think?
these last 2 weeks.
Well, what did you think?
Well, they better not have showed all the good parts in the trailer. That's my biggest problem. It
I had the
better
same thought.
because
I don't think so.
the trailer looks funny, but it also looks a little too over the top. Like sometimes they do, but then I have to think back to Zombieland and remember how campy and over the top it was.
Right.
Not only that, but the trailer to Zombieland, you thought, man, I thought the same thing.
Yeah, I hope these aren't the only good parts. in
And
the
they
movie.
weren't even close to the
But
good
you know,
parts.
Rosario Dawson I saw made an appearance in
Like
it.
everyone in the world shows up on this one.
Yeah, and then there's the monster truck that lands on the other car on his station wagon or whatever, and it's the two guys that get out that strangely resemble.
Yeah, I love
both of them.
Like, are you?
Am I hallucinating?
Am I hallucinating right now?
What's going on?
But yeah, I love they got all the actors back together to do it again.
Yeah.
I think that's really great.
What I love was the fact that they start it and they go because everyone in the main cast, Academy Award nominee,
Yeah.
Yes.
Academy Award nominee,
no, the
Academy
whole
Award
way
winner,
through.
and you're like.
Yeah.
If you, it's like, oh my gosh, it's like it's very meta in that sense because they're like, yeah, we get it, we're wasting a lot of people's time,
But they're doing what they love. They're acting in a
Yeah.
movie and they're having fun together.
Yeah.
And that's like we all know that's the best part of your job is working with people you like and having fun doing it.
Oh, forgot
we
the
love you too.
Oh, I forgot the seatbelt rule. Oh, she knows the rules.
She knows the rules. Yeah, and she's he has like 73 of them. Yeah.
83. Oh, 83. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just
74 now.
That was it looks good. It looks good. I'm I might not see it in theaters, but still looks good to see.
Yeah.
I'll go. That's one of the movies that I can't wait for.
Yeah.
I can't wait for.
Big fan of the first one, were you?
Huge fan. Look, whenever I sat there and Jason, we went to go see it together. The moment they all said, "We're in Garland, Texas," and though it may look like it's been ravaged by monstrous zombies, this is actually just pretty much how Garland looks.
This is how it always looks. Yeah, what's funny is the original film, there was a scene that was filmed in Nacogdoches. And it's actually the scene where they get the zombie slayer Hummer.
Yeah.
Yeah, that I actually know the neighborhood that it was in. A friend of mine actually lived in that neighborhood. I recognized it. It was just a lot of fun.
Of course you do. Of course you do. So the zombie kill of the week. Yeah, right, Matthew. To Sister Nancy Knickerbocker.
Yeah.
But I cannot wait for this
The
flick.
Thresher.
Yeah, no kidding, right? Let's see. What else did we get dropped for trailers? I'm trying to think of anything else that just like blew my mind, or at least was.
Well,
Which one?
oh, the Picard series.
Picard.
Yeah.
Picard. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Picard was awesome.
Yeah.
I didn't know. The first teaser trailer they put out, I was really waiting for him to say,
Wait, is this a series or is it a movie?
It's a series.
It is a series, right? Okay.
Yeah.
And who's showing this?
CBS All Access.
Yeah,
It's
they're
all
still trying to
access.
get. Yeah, they're
Of course,
trying,
it's all access.
They're still trying to get you to pay for it.
Yep. Yeah.
But it looked really good.
And did I see the last shot of him standing there, kind of like silhouetted behind the setting sun or whatever? Has he got a dog next to him?
Yeah,
Yes.
he does.
Okay, now I find that fascinating and funny at the same time because he has been a huge proponent of pit bull advocation overseas in Britain lately.
Mm-hmm.
He keeps adopting them and then fostering them for a little while, or at least fostering them and then giving them away so they're ready to go.
And
yeah, and he's been doing it and he's really like. So I love the fact that he's even. I'm thinking that maybe he was like, if we do this.
Yeah.
Can I bring a dog? You know what I mean? Like I can see him saying,
Yeah.
I'm bringing a dog on this show. Kind of like make it so. And he has a dog on the show.
well, not only that, but I love that the dog actually has a name.
They all should.
Yeah, but the fact that the name is
What
number
the
one.
hell?
No, but that's piss off.
No.
Dog.
No, but
Dog.
look, whenever
can't
you
always
see
be Mad
shut
Max.
up for a minute. When you have most of these animals on, they don't give them names. This is a character.
Yes.
And it's number one. That's what the dog's name is. He's like number one, and so, which is odd because Jonathan Frakes is set to appear. Jerry Ryan's set to appear.
Yeah, that was the one that just surprised me.
Yeah.
Brent Spinner
Yes,
set to appear.
Yeah, I saw that. That was cool. That was cool.
I would really like to see how they play that because it even starts off with
Data was destroyed.
He gave his life for me.
He sacrificed himself.
And of course they start showing him in the pieces.
Yeah. And of course, well, see, my
pull
thing
him
is,
out of that drawer like a toolbox,
but
and he's all fitted into his little spot.
And that's my thing, though. Is I don't think that's actually. I don't think that's going to end up being Data. That's
no,
my
I think
personal
that's
thought. That's lore.
Something. Yeah.
Yeah, because we have lore who was disassembled
Yes.
in the series. Because I mean, Data was just vaporized. What are you laughing
Bruce, his name is Ruff.
Ruff.
Shut
the
up,
dog.
Bruce.
I actually always want to name a dog Arf. That way, when it
shut up, Jason.
the kids would always do Arf.
I got plenty of shut ups to go around.
We don't listen to you.
Okay.
Anyway, I think that's lore, and then I think the Data that we see him talking to, if it's not just some sort of memory or fantasy, is going to be the B4 that Data uploaded himself into in Nemesis.
Ah, okay.
Remember there was that earlier version?
I got you. So it's a backup.
Yeah, I think with the way they're going to play is it's not Data himself.
Right.
It is this.
It's a consciousness.
Yeah.
But it's not the Data.
It's not the Data that he even would say. No, I go by whatever my name is, either B4 or Max or Arf or whatever. And he's started his own career. He sees himself as a different entity.
Anyway, and then lastly, they dropped the first Witcher trailer for Netflix, starring Henry Cavill.
Yes. Which so over the course of that developing, when I first heard Henry Cavill was Cavill, whatever. When I first heard that he was cast, I was like, really? Like, seriously? Because I was kind of bummed about that. I was like, I've seen The Witcher as far as like the video games go, and the lore of it all. And he's this grizzled old guy, he's white beard, he's scars all over his face. But what I learned now is they're actually doing the earlier tales of him. And I was like, okay. And now seeing him and getting to see part of that trailer, I'm like, all right. Visually, I'm actually starting to come around to the part that he could play this and he could pull it off. It looks good.
Yeah, he does look good.
Yeah.
Looks like a blonde Conan.
Well, gray,
but he's not. Yeah, it's more like
more white hair or whatever.
Yeah.
Needless to say, though, I saw especially as he's walking towards you in the first shot, I'm like, man, just black hair. That could be another Conan series right there as well. It
is a sword and sorcery kind of storyline. So yeah, I mean that's not an unfair.
Which if nobody else knows about that. Obviously, if you're watching this podcast, you know about The Witcher. But so based on books from this wasn't Poland. Where was it?
I couldn't tell you. I'll be honest. I'm not. I know that it exists,
Eastern.
But
it's
I don't
Eastern
know.
European, and I know that much. And it's a series of books from Eastern European. I don't remember
First,
the books. They did the books first, and then they sold the rights to a company overseas, still Eastern European, that published the game. It was, made a big splash. So I'm anxious to see it come to life.
It looks interesting. Yeah, I do want to see it.
Yeah.
So it's good to go.
Okay.
So we saved the longest.
Is that everything that we've covered?
Well, I mean, so let's quickly talk
because we've only got
15 minutes.
15 minutes, which is probably going to be dedicated mainly to Marvel at this point.
That's what I'm thinking.
Pretty much.
But we're going to rapid fire Marvel.
Yeah.
They've had enough sunshine and press for everything else. Comic book wise, Jonathan Hickman finally unveiled Marvel did their plans for the X-Men universe.
The X-Men.
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
It's going to be 5 main books.
Okay.
Basically you got X-Men, you got Excalibur, you have X-Force, and the last 2 escape me.
Was there one New Mutant?
I think New Mutants.
Yeah.
Basically, they're going back to that core set back in the early 80s.
Yeah.
Characters a little bit different. So it's looking decent. I'm still holding back judgment because I want to see. I trust Hickman.
Yeah.
Right. He's given us some great storylines.
Oh,
but I want to see. I want to see how this is.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I know when we were here talking with Jeremy, talking with Jeremy about this, when Ben and Jeremy were here talking about this exact same thing.
Yeah.
He was mentioning that this is kind of his staple. They get Hickman to kind of do this, this kind of reboot thing. So is that what we're seeing again? Specifically, which is why you're reserving your judgment to see how it's going to go?
Yes, because I want to see how this reboot goes. And speaking of reboot, I completely glossed over Jay and Silent Bob reboot. Which is also greatness, but we'll cover that another time as well.
That needs a little bit more than we can give it.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, I'm interested to see it. The other, I've got a little bit of hope because it is Hickman. But I'm still kind of
you're cautiously optimistic.
Cautiously optimistic. Also, in the 2 weeks that we were gone, they just decided, hey, you know what we're going to cancel and stop printing because we're done and the storyline's over? Walking Dead. So they ended with issue 193. Did not tell anyone until the Tuesday before it came out. They didn't push for a solicitation of order all these books right here, right now, because this is the last issue ever. They never said any of that.
They just shut it down.
Robert Kirkman comes out and goes, oh, by the way, tomorrow's issue that's being released, we've ended the story. Even caught AMC and the actors of The Walking Dead completely off guard. They found that out on set, and they were like, what is going on? What just happened? And like Kirkman said, he goes, I have had this ending in mind for a long time. I knew how it was going to end. We just had to get here. So,
but I respect that, and I actually admire that. I don't like. Look, Walking Dead on the AMC, I think, has already kind of run its course.
There you go.
And that's the thing. We do this in America. We do it so much where we just beat. It's a cash cow, so let's beat it to death.
Yeah.
And it's like
let's turn this horse to glue.
Yeah, let's continuously grind this thing out until there's actually no more story left, and we've missed the opportunity to capture something golden and end it at such a high point that you look back on it with fond memories. Not, you remember the first 4 seasons? Those were great. The other 6. That was complete ass.
Which I gotta appreciate Stephen Amell for Arrow, because he said that too. He was like, I wanted to call it in season 7. He goes, they told me what the plans were for
this
Crisis.
For Crisis.
He goes, and so we said 8 more. But I love that fact. It's like, let's go out on top. Let's not go out.
So many other countries, and I mean, it's different in America than it is in other places, and I've noticed that by watching other overseas shows.
And that's what I respect with.
And they only get like 1 or 2 seasons, and they call it quits.
Telenovelas or whatever that Mexico does.
Novellas,
whatever. I don't even know. I don't care. But I do appreciate and respect the fact that they.
Mayama is Jason McLean.
Again, pay no attention.
I appreciate the fact that.
Pay no attention to the gringo over here.
I appreciate the fact that they actually have a beginning, middle, and end of all of their shows.
They do.
So that's good.
They plan it to stop, and I like that. I don't like it when they're just like, hey, we're going to have this going on indefinitely.
Yeah.
And then one day we'll put the ending in here, because then it just feels like a tack on.
Well, that's what happened with Lost. I mean,
yes.
And it felt like it.
Lost should have been 2 seasons and over.
Yeah.
Well, but
honestly.
At least Kirkman did right by the book.
Yeah.
I don't see them doing right by the show. In
Probably
fact, Michonne, Danny, she's leaving after this season. Yeah. But they did announce that the movies, as we thought they were all going to be AMC movies with Rick Grimes and Andrea Lincoln coming back. No, they're going to release the trilogy theatrically.
Huh.
So those are not going to AMC. They will be produced by AMC.
So there will be AMC produced and Walking Dead films.
Universal will release.
Interesting.
So that was interesting. Let's see what else we got. You looking at Buck? What's Buck doing? Buck's asleep.
No, he's awake. He's looking at us and he's going, I can't believe you guys are still talking about this.
Shut up, guys.
Yeah. Move on to Marvel.
I just heard that. I heard that sigh.
Move on to Marvel, doggone it. No? Okay. So,
we still need to set up a bot cam.
Last but not least,
one of these days
was Marvel's Hall H, which they just dropped everything they could possibly drop.
Yeah.
For Phase 4.
It's a shotgun blast.
It was. It always is.
And speaking of shotgun, let's do that. Let's go down.
I got the list right here.
That list. Are you ready?
Yeah, sure.
Let's rapid fire. Go.
All right. Black Widow.
You know what? It's going to be set as a prequel.
80s.
Not just 80s.
80s and 90s.
Not just 90s. It's going to cover the Red Room.
Yeah.
Right? Yes, the Red Room.
It's going to cover whatchamacallit? What's the one that they always keep talking about? Her and Hawkeye.
I couldn't tell you. I don't remember. I don't remember.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I remember.
I can't even remember.
Screw it. Keep going.
Anyway, it's the period between Civil War and Infinity War.
Oh, wow.
It's also going to cover as well.
So it's got obviously Scarlett Johansson. David Harbour is coming in to play Alexei, or the Red Guardian.
Yep.
Florence Pugh, I believe is her name. Yelena. She's been in a random bunch of stuff. I really never seen her before. The most current recent stuff, Fighting with My Family and Midsommar, which is the horror movie that came out recently.
Budapest.
Yeah.
That's going to cover Budapest events.
Budapest,
Sorry, go ahead.
okay. And then, oddly enough, Rachel Weisz
Yeah, still
cast as Melina. So she's what, like the headmistress from the academy that she was in? Am I right about that?
I'm actually not very up on,
I don't
on
know.
all
Okay,
that.
so
with
there's sorry. So that's
and Taskmaster is supposed to be in it.
Taskmaster is supposed to be in it as
Yes.
well.
So-
And actually, Rachel Weisz was talking that Taskmaster is going to have a large role to play in it
Really
as well.
quick, Bruce, we would love to talk about The Boys, which is Amazon. But I would like us to do an actual review of that series because
Starts on the 30th, so watch it.
Already started.
Oh, did it already
they dropped
start?
it
I'm
early.
sorry.
Yeah.
They did. They dropped it early. God, it was reviewed for the 30th
Yeah.
for so long.
Yeah.
Yeah,
all
so
right.
we will
Started
be,
last night. It's good.
we will be reviewing that.
We were looking. I was like, wait a minute, is that on? And like we caught it, and I said, okay, we got to watch that.
So that's going to be
All
a show unto itself, Bruce.
So Black Widow, though, movie.
Yeah.
So actual movie. So Falcon and Winter Soldier is releasing on Disney Plus.
That one I'm
Yes.
looking forward to.
That's going to be fall 2020.
And Zemo is coming back, and they even have him
And
in
the
the
mask.
mask.
And the same
So-
the same guy, Daniel Bruhl, is
Yep.
actually coming back to play him. So from the movies.
Yes.
Love that guy, and he did
was awesome.
such a good job.
Oh, it was.
Like I said, that is one of my top favorite villains in the Marvel universe in the MCU, because he just did such a great job. So that's going to be cool having that coming back. We got, and then the next big one, the Eternals.
Yes.
I don't know what to think about this cast.
Neither do I.
I mean,
And
the Eternals are a good storyline.
So
They can be.
Yeah.
You got Richard Madden, Icarus, which is Robb Stark on Game of Thrones. Kumail Nanjiani as Kingo, which he is from The Big Sick, Silicon Valley, and most recently Stuber with Dave Bautista. So I think that's funny that you got Bautista from these and now him, and they're now going to be involved in this.
Batista's already like, welcome to the Marvel family.
Pretty
and
much,
everything.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's
I thought that
great.
was funny. Lauren Ridloff as Makari, and she's Connie on The Walking Dead. There's a tie into someone we're playing with. Brian Tyree Henry as Phastos. So he's on the FX, or was on the FX series Atlanta. I don't know if it's still going, but he was in Child Play and Windows. He played the voice of Jefferson Davis on Into the Spider-Verse. So he was the voice of his stepfather. Salma Hayek as Ajak, and then Salma Hayek.
Speaks for itself.
Desperado, Dusk Till Dawn, Hitman's Bodyguard, fun stuff.
Always love her.
Leah McHugh as Sprite. Don't really know her for much. Totem, American Woman, The Lodge, kind of a younger actress coming up. Kind of, I guess, child actress maybe.
Sure.
I don't know how old she is. Don Lee as Gilgamesh, which it was funny. Okay, so I'm looking up all these people to see their acting, what they've done, just to make sure I got this whole thing ready to go. And my wife's flipping through Netflix. And he was on, his big breakout is called Train to Busan.
Yes.
Never saw it.
Zombie flick.
Okay, I haven't seen it.
Watch it.
Okay, no, but that's
Now that you told me who he is, sweet.
so that's the funny thing, is I'm looking him up at this time, trying to figure out what he's done, and my wife is flipping through Netflix, or my wife is, she's like checking just different stuff, and all of a sudden I look up and I see Train to Busan come right into view on, and I went, hey, I'm looking up this, and I mean, like, I am looking him up, pressing the pronunciation of his name to make sure I get, because his real name is, I'm going to butcher this, and you guys are going to laugh.
Go.
Ma Dong-suk.
Yeah, it is.
That is his real
Yeah, it is.
That is his given name, but he goes by Don Lee.
PG-13 show, Sean. PG-13.
Ma Dong-suk. So that is his given name.
I will
but he
not do that on this show.
He goes by Don Lee. Anyways, I'm pressing the button and it's playing this, and my wife is going, "What the hell are you doing over there?" I'm like, "I'm just looking up actors," and I was like, "Holy crap! Put that on our list." And she was like, "That's really
Maybe
weird."
this is a sign
But
that
at
it's
the
going to
same
be really
time-
good.
No, your phone's listening to your thoughts.
That's what I was thinking.
There
is
you
that
go.
Alexa was like, and we don't even have Alexa, but we got that little remote where it's like,
It's
speed
enough.
up.
It's enough.
And it was just enough to correlate that whole thing. Anyways, okay, and then this is the one that totally throws my mind. Angelina Jolie.
Yeah.
That's the one that I'm having trouble with. I don't...
As Thena, and she's a great actress.
Very much so.
Academy Award-winning actress.
Very much so.
Hackers, come on. Girl Interrupted, which is where she won the Academy Award. Tomb Raider, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, Wanted, Maleficent, Gone in 60 Seconds.
Yeah, Gone in 60 Seconds and Mr. and Mrs. Smith are my favorite movies.
There's a
by
lot
her.
of good movies she's been in.
Yeah.
You know,
Salt.
Yeah, Salt.
That is a
Salt.
very underrated film
Very
by
much
her.
so. Very much so.
I think with Eternals, the thing that we all have is like we just don't know where they're going to go with it.
I don't even know what the hell it is, to be honest
Well, that's
with
what I'm
you.
saying. It's a very complicated space opera, and we don't have time to go into it.
We don't have time to go into it.
So the thing is, this could be really, really good.
He said space opera. He did, didn't he?
He did say
Yes.
space opera.
space
Well, it is. It's Jack Kirby. That's what he does. That's what he does very well.
Wait, so what's the next one, Sean?
But
Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings.
Looking forward to this one.
Okay. What I found fascinating was the character who was cast as the lead guy on this one. Where is he? So Simu Liu.
My dong suck also.
He actually criticized Marvel for their underrepresentation of Asian,
Yeah, and then
characters.
Marvel turns around and
they
goes,
said,
"Here
"You want
you
the
go."
part?" And he was like, "Hell yeah!" And so he
got
got it. I thought that was kind of
That's
cool.
awesome. And you've got the actual Mandarin.
They're going to bring in the real Mandarin, and then that's what
Which they had already hinted at.
Tony.
They did into that.
Tony Leung or Leung is who that is, and then some chick named Aquafina, and it's spelled AWKWAFINA.
Yeah, I've heard of her. I know nothing about her.
I'm sure she's some sort of artist of some sort. I don't know what it is. Whenever people spell their names weird like that on purpose, it just irks me for some reason.
Next one.
Next one.
Business with a Z.
Yeah, is this with it? No, that's whatever.
I know.
All right, WandaVision, which is coming to D+.
Which is going to lead directly into
Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness.
which has been said is the first true horror film for Marvel.
Marvel. Interesting.
And the thing that I find really interesting about WandaVision is how they do it. Right?
Yeah.
It says WandaVision. We always thought it was going to be Wanda and
Vision. No, but
it's one word.
It's WandaVision. Yeah.
And since he's gone, he was killed in Infinity War, and we know that this film leads into the Multiverse of
And
Madness.
Paul Bentley will be in it.
Yeah, Paul Bettany will be in it.
I
yeah.
am really
they're both
fascinated
cast.
by how they're going to play this.
I have to imagine that they were pulling heavily from the House of M storyline.
Well, and they said so.
From the comic books.
Tiana Paris is coming in to play Monica Rambeau
Yeah.
as well.
And that's
The
it's
older
going to be
version
The
of-
older version that was introduced in
Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel, exactly.
So, which means there could be some way where she becomes Photon.
Right.
So, I mean, which would be interesting because she was always my favorite Captain Marvel, or Ms. Marvel, actually, was Monica Rambeau. But that one really has me interested. There's just not enough on it. Like the Eternals, I want to see where they're going with it.
it's.
But that one looks like the most interesting.
Like they even put out release dates when they were doing this whole thing, and I am not going to hold them to any of that because I wholesheartedly think these are going to change as they come along.
Yeah.
Well, go
by a month or two.
Yeah.
Given right. I mean, some of the ones Some of the ones are anything in like December or anything in the fall, like where they're like, here's a hard date of November. I'm like, you're probably going to release that on.
All right,
that
we
date.
need to wrap it up real quick. We're down to this last 3
It's
minutes.
11:57. We got 5 minutes.
Okay. Well, we got a lot more to go.
Calm your panties.
All right, Loki is the next one.
Yeah.
So D+. No one really knows where to go with this, but Tom Hiddleston's coming back to do his role as Loki, and love Tom Hiddleston.
Just don't like the logo design. Next.
No, the logo design.
Yeah, that looks a little weird, but I really want. I know it's not going to happen, but I want Chris
Pine.
No,
Hemsworth.
no, Captain America. Chris.
Pancho Villa. Chris Evans.
Yes, thank you.
Keep going, man. What's the next
I
one?
want him to make an appearance.
What if?
Animated series where most of the storylines are going to be doing will include the actual actors currently.
Correct.
Next.
Actually, no. One quick thing: Jeffrey Wright going to be playing the Watcher on that one.
Yep.
And Jeffrey Wright, if Angels in America, Boardwalk Empire, Westworld, Casino Royale, Quantum of Solace, The Hunger Games, really good guy.
Yeah.
Like him on a lot of the good stuff. It's nice. Thor, love. No, wait, skipped one. Hawkeye.
Hawkeye's the one I'm looking forward to the most.
So he's training.
He's training Kate Bishop, which a lot of people have been wanting to see, which is the current Hawkeye. More importantly, it is going to cover some of that Ronin time.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm looking forward to the most.
Yeah, I want to see some of that background.
And this will eventually lead into. They've already said they want to do a Young Avengers and then a Next Avengers. And so the Young Avengers, this is what that would lead into, and they think that's even why they brought that. The theory is the kid from Iron Man 3 who shows up at the funeral.
Yep.
They think that they want him to be Iron Lad. Is sort of the thought.
It'll be interesting to see. Was that it on that list?
We got Thor, Love and Thunder, which has Natalie Portman coming back to apparently reprise her role as
Jane Foster.
but end up as wielding the hammer of Thor,
which is right now going on, or just wrapped up in the comic book.
Just wrapped up in the comics. But we still have Chris Hemsworth coming back and Tessa Thompson coming back to help as well in this one.
Which the side storyline will be, from what I understand, she'll be looking for a queen to help rule New Asgard.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So that's what they're saying.
Cool. All right, I like that.
But the only complaint I have is honestly the logo design. It looks like Thor has been regressing into an
He-Man. I thought He-Man the first time I saw that.
He-Man, or I was thinking like one of those album covers that got spray painted onto a van in the 80s.
Oh, yeah, dude.
I love it.
Like that seems to be where they're going with it.
Hey, you don't even have to go back to the 80s. Any current album cover by the band named Sword.
There you go.
That's it.
So on top of that, then we got.
I'll let you do. Wait, what else you got before you do the big one? Because we all know what the big one is. We'll wait.
The big one is what
starts
it is.
with a B. But
we'll get there.
Yeah.
But then you also have unannounced as far as dates. You have Captain Marvel 2.
Yep.
You have Black Panther 2.
Yep.
Guardians Volume 3.
Guardians Volume 3, which he did address. I'm sorry.
They've addressed.
Yes, they addressed because
they
weren't.
Thor will actually be considered before then.
Yeah.
So can't wait.
Yeah, they didn't give them dates. They're waiting on it going on. And what? No, I was thinking the director for Guardians 3.
Oh,
James Gunn.
James Gunn addressed it the other day on Twitter or whatever, and he said part of the reason nothing has come out on this is he goes, I have to finish Suicide Squad.
Yeah, I love that.
So he was like, nah, can't go forward with this until I finish Suicide Squad. So,
and then of course the big one, certainly not least, that caught everybody by surprise.
You go ahead.
Blade.
Yes.
Which brought into question, which I do want to cover on another show as well. It's Cottonmouth from season 1.
Mahershala Ali. Yep. Luke Cage. Battle Angel as well. He was in Alita. Alita Battle Angel.
Does that
True Detective. Academy Award winner for Moonlight and Academy Award winner for Green Book.
But does that mean the Netflix shows don't count? Because a part of me still would love to see those characters.
What do you mean the Netflix shows?
In the MCU. Well, because he was on Luke Cage, Marvel has a real strict line about not using the same. Not to say that there's not precedent for them having. There have been there's been an actress and another actor who have carried over as different characters in the movie. Well, but this is a main character, though.
No, I know, but think about it. With actually going back to Luke Cage, and it happened with Luke Cage as well. I just forgot her name. The main female lead in Luke
Rosario
Cage.
Dawson.
I'm sorry, the villainess.
Oh, okay. I don't remember her actual name.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Anyway, she is the mother of the child. in
Civil
War. Yeah.
She confronts Tony Stark.
Yeah, and she's like, "This is my son."
That's true.
Two completely different people.
But a bit character. Ali played a major role.
He did.
And he's going to play another major role.
Starring role.
This is different. What does that mean for the Netflix shows?
Regardless of what it means for the shows, here's what I love about this fact. He won his Academy Award and called Marvel and said
I want to play Blade.
I want to play Blade.
Absolutely.
And they went, okay.
I love that. Kevin Feige goes, when he called, I just said, okay, we're going to set up the meeting. Come in.
That's it.
What you don't
The
sit
man,
there and...
he called, he requested, he said, hey, I want to play this. I don't even know if there's a script out there for it. He just calls and says, I want to do it. And you go, when Ali
Marvel's
calls,
smart.
you answer, because that guy, I mean, look, I don't know if you guys watched, you probably didn't, but any of the True Detective stuff, especially.
No.
You have? Okay.
He was good.
True Detective Season 3, he was a powerhouse in that. That was amazing. And then, oddly enough, he was right alongside, he was in Blade 1. He was the bad guy. He was right alongside the guy. I can't remember
completely
his
forgot
name
about
for the
that.
life of me.
I can't either. But he was the...
Stephen Dorff.
Stephen
Dorff. So he was... His co-star was Stephen Dorff in...
That's
True Detective
in Season 3, and now he's going to go on to play Blade. Dude, the 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon
I don't think you can...
Live.
I don't think you can say anything to... Wesley Snipes...
No, he had an amazing role.
Blade, the first Blade is the godfather for everything that came out from 99 on.
Oh, it spawned so many different
So I would love to see
vampire
Snipes,
movies. And
like everyone's like, cameo. No, give him a main role. Make him Whistler.
I had the same thought.
Make him Whistler.
Yeah.
Make him Whistler. Dude, that would be good.
God, let him be the mentor.
Yeah.
It's full circle. Would love to see it.
That
We're
would
out
let
of
him be Dracula.
We're out of time, and how do I know we're out of time? Because box snoring.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is. Well, he does that anytime. He snores periods.
Guys, we're coming back in August. I'm gonna let you to end this real quick, but we got some exciting
Why did you
news.
wait for 15 minutes? That was 15 minutes of rapid fire stuff.
I know, because everyone's giving attention to Marvel right now.
Fair.
That's our whole
That's
thing.
fair. All right.
We wanted to give the attention to elsewhere. But next show we come back with some interesting news and a new sponsor.
That's true.
Which we will be announcing. So that was pretty cool.
A very new, unwilling sponsor.
That's right. We gagged him, and I'm just going to leave it at that.
Yeah, well, he paid for it. Anyway, and we'll be talking about the Mr. A controversy, I think, as well.
I think so, too. That's one thing that we didn't get to talk about that was also announced was Steve Ditko's Mr. A.
That's right.
Can't wait. Jason, sign us out, bud.
All right, guys, follow us on Facebook and, of course, YouTube. We will upload this later, so you can watch it later for your viewing pleasure. If you want to get a hold of us, obviously we do have our website, vagabondnerds.com, or you can email us at vagabondnerds@gmail.com. Until then, stay nerdy, my friends.
Shut up.